Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to FACCI'S Cinema. Tonight, continuing my Texas Chainsaw interactive watch-along series. It's been a couple weeks. Jumping back into it tonight with, I believe, The Next Generation. I think that's what we're watching tonight. It's going to be a good time. Very excited. Oh, shit. Fuck, that was last week. Never mind. We're watching the reboot from 2003, and I have two amazing guests joining me tonight, both with the exact same name, conveniently. We have Cody from Dude Who Loves Movies. What's going on?
What's up? Thanks for having me, man.
No problem, buddy. Thanks for coming on. And we also have Cody Leach, who's joining me tonight as well. Cody, what's up?
Nothing much, man. You almost got me with that little comedy bit. I was like, I think I left my dryer on. I don't know about Next Generation.
Nah, that was the last show, and I was listening to your forquels in a franchise tier list today, and I saw that you didn't like that one very much, so I figured, give it a shot. I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie. That was
Matthew McConaughey's fun in it. I like the fact that he embraces it. He's not one of the A-list celebs that likes to pretend they didn't do their first movie in a horror movie. But yeah, it's a little out there for me.
It was pretty wild. I don't remember. It was only like the second time I've ever seen it, so it was different, I guess. But a lot of these movies are so. Except for this one. This is both you guys' favorite. I know it's Cody Leach's favorite for sure. What about you, Dude Who Loves Movies? Yeah,
it's my favorite out of the franchise. Yeah.
It's my favorite as well. So
damn right,
it has to be. I mean, I know it's sacrilege not to put the first one, but come on.
Oh well.
No, it's a battle, but I like this one a hell of a lot more. This one is honestly, I think this might have been the first one I ever saw.
It was the first one I ever saw. Aside from I remember seeing some pieces of Next Generation on like Cinemax or something like that back in the day. And I remember just thinking like, oh, it's the chick from
Seventh Heaven.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I couldn't think of the movie with her and Tom Cruise. My brain just went blank. But yeah, that was the first one that I ever saw, and that probably has a lot to do with why it's my favorite. I didn't grow up with the original, and I totally understand people that grew up with it, or if you were there in the 70s, I get it. But this was the first one for me, and to date, it's still the scariest movie theater experience I've ever had, of which I've had very few. So that makes me value it too. That it genuinely unnerved me, and I was like, "What's about to happen in this theater?" I don't feel safe.
I didn't get to see this one in theaters. I didn't see this one until it came out on DVD, so I missed out on that. But what is it about it that brings you back to this one compared to all the rest? What is obviously Leatherface is amazing in this movie.
I think the Leatherface is the scariest. I like his look, like his mask, better in the beginning. It's kind of a little bit more classic Leatherface, but I think Leatherface is terrifying here. I think Arlie Ermey's character is the scariest character in the whole franchise to me, and he's just on fire in this one. It's shot beautifully, and it's actually surprisingly reserved. It's not nearly the goriest of the franchise. A lot of it's kind of suggested. You do have some gore, but it's restrictive, and I think it's all the more effective for it. And I just think it's a really good. It actually has more of a story going on, where the first film, the original, is more about the experience. Yeah, just kind of living in this. You watch it, you feel like you need to take a shower. It's one of those kind of movies. So this one, it's a little bit more of a narrative focus. More of a clean studio approach, I guess, for some people. But yeah, I really like this one. It's one of my favorite remakes, and for what I come to a chainsaw movie for, this one gives me the most.
I get it. Dude, is Texas Chainsaw a franchise you dive into often, or is it once in a while?
Once in a while, and when I do, it's the remake, and I do like Beginnings a lot. I thought that was pretty cool. My grandma rented me the first one on VHS when I was back in the mid 90s, and I liked it, but there's something about it that it was I don't know, I know people say this, but it was really loud, and like the Franklin character in the first one just kind of bothers me a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, he's just so annoying. And then this one I saw in theaters, and I wasn't old enough to see it, and me and my friend were seeing it, and we kept seeing there was an usher that came in and kept kicking people out. So there was 20 people in the theater, and by the end it was I don't know, maybe 6 people left in the theater, because we kept seeing an usher come in kicking people out, and we're like, oh my god, they're gonna kick us out, but they never did.
The only ones I've really watched frequently are 3D. I know it's not a fan favorite, but I enjoy it for whatever reason.
Yeah, like,
And that's pretty much it. And I don't even watch this one that much. And this is my favorite, but I just don't watch it that often. I don't know why that is. It's not really a franchise I dive into that much. I'm just not ever sitting around and want to be like, man, I feel like watching a Texas Chainsaw movie today. It's just,
yeah, it doesn't really have the rewatch quality that some of the other slasher franchises have. Like this one, you have to be in a specific mood for. It's very distinct. But yeah, this one I probably watched the most. The other one that I'll throw on just for fun is the second one. But again, I got to be in a very specific mood for that one. But I've to be honest with you, as much as I've always kind of been like, yeah, the first one's not my thing, I've kind of come around to it a bit more. I don't know if it's because recently I was playing the game and just got really hooked into the game, and that made me just kind of in the mood for it. But if I approach it from an experience and kind of getting into what the movie was going for, I can dig it. But yeah, it's not something I throw on like I'm in the mood for Dream Warriors and I can just throw that on. You don't have that with TCM.
Nope, you're not wrong. But along with watching it, obviously, we are doing points like we did for the Friday the 13th and like we've done for the first 4 movies. And this is how we get the points for these movies. Each kill is 5 points. Doesn't matter who does it. It's 5 points. Signature kill, which, you would think being a chainsaw is the main weapon. There'd be a shit ton of them in this franchise. There's not that many. That's 10 points. The famous ass shot, which I realize is a terrible point getter because none of them have fucking had it except for the first one. And I know this one does, but 50 points for that. Each deranged family member is 5 points. Rotten food or roadkill, because these movies are gross and disgusting, 5 points each time we see some. And the final go ranking, which is up to the chat, 5 points for the worst, 10, 15 for the best. And also Leatherface in this film, same thing, 5 for the worst, 10, and 15 points for the best. So once we get this rolling, I will drop that in. And why is it still on the screen? Why is it still there? Go away. Oh. What the hell are you still there? There we go. Because I clicked the wrong button. That's why. All right. Okay. So I usually keep track of it. None of my guests usually pay any attention to it, so I just keep track myself. But good enough for me. I don't really care. So if you're watching at home, we're all paused at 0 seconds. Do the countdown, and we'll get this puppy rolling.
Are you guys at the rated? I'm at the rated R sign. Is that what's up?
Mine is literally going to start with I think the New Line Cinema or whatever it is.
Mine too.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So we'll get this started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, now I gotta find my fucking remote before it blasts.
I miss this logo. You don't see it much anymore.
I miss the logo and I miss the old school music.
I used to watch Dumb and Dumber all the time, so it would have they'd show this logo, and then after this they'd show like the Naked Gun trailer, like Naked 3. So I whenever I see that logo, that's what I think of.
Isn't it funny how distinct your memory is with like the old school VHS tapes? You remember what commercials and what trailers were before. Like I always think Home Alone and the Pepsi commercial and the Pizza Hut commercial.
Yeah.
You'll find little clips like that, like on TikTok, and you're like, oh, nostalgia drip.
Oh man, I go down a rabbit hole. I'll be watching 3 hours of commercials. I'm like, dang.
I love how they did the film grain like faux documentary thing.
Oh yeah,
because similar to Blair Witch, they actually got a lot of people to think this shit was real. Like there was a lot of people back into. Okay, there you go. I had a lot of people in my junior high. Like, did you see the actual footage? And I'm like, you dumbass, that wasn't actual footage.
See, call me.
Not you, the people in Ohio that I grew up with.
Look at these pictures; they're totally real. Why else would they give them to you?
I think they got the same guy to do the voice too. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the guy from Night Court, John. I can't think of his last name.
This looks. No wonder I thought it was real. It seems legit.
You know what? I used to think it was really based on like a real story for the longest time until like once like later on like documentaries came out and they're like, you're able to look it up on the internet.
Test.
This is August 20th, 1973. The time is 3:47 p.m. The location is the
Obviously, it's a remake. So did it bother either one of you? They changed the name.
No,
Not really.
I didn't even realize. I mean, I saw this one first, but even
you
though
didn't. Yeah,
I saw it was the Sawyer family for the first 4. I mean, lateral move, really. Did they have to do? I don't know what the motivation was to change the name, but it never bothered me.
The events of that day were to lead to one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So
I always thought it was an odd detail too that only in the original film is chainsaw 2 words.
No, yeah.
Jessica Biel just had a birthday.
Oh, she did?
2 days ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Weird thing is, I thought she was a little bit older. She's not even that much older than I am.
You know, back in the day, I feel like all these people were a lot older. Now they're only like 3 years older than me.
I know.
like when I was 10, I felt like Britney Spears was 10 years older than me. Now she's like 4.
Mm.
I didn't even know you till yesterday. That's a good way to pick up the ladies.
Put you right back into the 70s. That was normal.
I don't even know you.
Hey, what's up? Where are you heading?
Who cares?
Talk about a bad mistake, though.
No shit. You were in the right place at the wrong fucking time. We all knew somebody like this guy. Just a fun hater. What you're doing is morally wrong. Fuck you, shut up.
Ken, you're right. We do need a 4K of Texas Chainsaw. Give me a steelbook of that bad boy.
Yeah.
It'll probably come eventually.
I'm actually surprised they haven't had one yet. Especially, yesterday. Last year was the 20th anniversary.
The stupid thing is, if they haven't already done it, they'll probably do one for the original first. And the original is one of those movies that you don't want to keep upscaling it. Like,
yeah,
it works. Like, you almost don't want it to even look better than VHS ever.
Yeah.
But this is totally different.
Fucking fan.
It's kind of like when you watch Sleepaway Camp and like in the shadows, you can tell it's like a guy.
Yeah, you can see the guy with yeah. It's kind of funny, but for a little weird quality, but it does ruin some movies. Commando is the one I always think of, where he lifts up, "Gonna kill you last, Sully," and then you could see this, you could see the wire holding him up.
Oh,
and I'm like, no, I thought Arnold was just that strong.
Yeah.
Like in 4K, ruin everything.
I know. It's funny. I just saw something where they were talking about that scene and how they wanted Arnold Schwarzenegger to hold him up, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, I can't do it, like over and over again like that.
I'm nauseous. Smoke the weed. Oh shit! I better put the poll in the fucking chat. I forgot.
These movies make Texas look horrible, like
Oh,
heat wise. Like it's like I don't even want to go there because of the weather.
You're not wrong.
I was in I've been to Texas the last 2 years to go to a film festival in September, and the first year that I went there, me and my friend Sean, I have a video on my channel where I kind of vlogged it. We went to a lot of Texas Chainsaw filming locations. So you have like the gas station and some places from the first one. We saw the house from this one and the meat packing plant from this one. It's just on a random road. You just pass it like any other building.
That's cool.
I'm curious if there was a subplot in this movie where she was supposed to be pregnant, that they were setting up that she wasn't drinking and she wasn't smoking and doing all these things, and they never really elaborated on it.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that there was like an unrated version, but I guess there's not, because I probably would have had it.
Mm.
There we go. Safe driving. That's nothing wrong with that.
Vanderhoff says that there might be a deleted scene. where she's pregnant.
Maybe.
I thought she was.
Okay. I like how they switched up the hitchhiker role in here too, versus being a family member, it's a victim.
Totally different. He's a fucking asshole. Times are definitely different because if that's now, you're just driving past and not even thinking about picking her up. Not at all.
People just drop a pin on Waze. Crazy bitch on the road.
Over. I'll do it.
She's in no hurry though.
No, nobody's chasing her. She could have kept going.
But then again, I've never been in that situation, so I don't know.
The funny thing is she's walking this way. They pick her up. They continue driving in the direction she's walking, but she freaks out like, "No, you're taking me back!" It's like,
oh yeah,
what the fuck, bitch, you were coming from that direction.
Like, shit.
I didn't even think about that.
I'm glad to fucking stop staring at me.
Like they all just instinctively like,
get the fuck out.
I'm also someone who's always like that van must smell in there. Like I feel like she smells really bad.
Oh yeah, just weed and sex.
Yeah.
See, he knows.
That place right there.
That looks pretty dope.
Yeah, I took a picture holding against it, almost like it was the Vietnam Memorial.
Yeah.
Should have fucking threw her out. I just want to know how she kept the gun up in there that good. That's impressive. She did Kegels. You're all good. So good.
If you ever watch the behind the scenes on how they did that shot, it's really cool because they basically had a air compressor in front of her face that blew her mouth open, and then they took like a dozen or so tricks to try to get that camera to pull out of the fake head without knocking the head over.
It's a really cool shot.
Yeah, and then she took a puff off of a cigarette.
Dude, so cool.
Dude, there are some horror movies where I'm like, these could be nominated for Oscars just for like cinematography because it's really cool shit. Like I always tell, nobody saw this movie, but there's a movie called Beast about lions, and I thought they had some really cool camera shots in that movie, or camera angle, you know, like one
Idris Elba.
Yeah. But whenever I tell people that, they're like, okay, Cody.
I like that movie. He's whiny, but he's telling the truth. He ain't lying.
There's in a lot of horror movies, especially slashers, you always got the guy that, like, I was making fun of him, is like the annoying guy, the fun killer, and then by the end of the movie, it's like, shit, he was right the whole time.
Technically, she didn't pick them; they picked her. Technically,
Davey, yes, it was the same director of photography.
Cool. Fight the good fight. Thank you. Killer Clowns have been in the news on Steelbooks and 35th anniversary, so why not?
and the game coming out.
A lot of stuff. Too bad the Steelbook I wanted was sold out already.
I think it went back on sale.
Did it?
I thought so. Yeah.
I looked this afternoon and it said it was sold out. Was he like the replacement for Franklin? Kinda.
I don't know.
I'd rather deal with him than Franklin, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Come on.
That guy's a really good actor too. He never really broke out too much beyond being a character actor, but he's great in a movie with Mel Gibson, Jesus Christ, Bruce Willis called Hostage. And he was in the last season of Justified and a few other things. He's always been really good.
Dude, Hostage was good. Ben Foster, he's a great villain.
I think he's in The Ruins too.
Is
kind
he?
of an underseen horror movie. Yeah.
And then the one blonde guy, he's in I think he's in the movie. There's a movie called Grind about skateboarding back in the early 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew. They might as well. I mean, you're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, kind of maybe just drag her out and drop her by that tree and clean your back windshield.
Okay.
Just a suggestion.
Dude, that's a mess, man.
Okay, bust the windshield. Or the rear view mirror. Or whatever. Now she sprays perfume. Didn't stink before.
They look so sweaty and miserable.
I know.
Especially him. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
That head's bobbing back and forth back here.
That's me whenever the humidity hits.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly sweating.
I bet you they got good barbecue.
They were showing the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre at my local theater, and they were like serving like barbecue with it. And I really wanted to go, and I was like, man, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be sickening, you know.
The original gas station's actually a restaurant now. It's a restaurant and like a horror memorabilia shop.
Oh, that's cool.
And we ate the brisket and everything there. I got the chili just to be bold.
Was it good?
It was good. The brisket especially was really good. The chili was pretty good. But yeah, it's better than what you thought. I was like, I don't know. Is this really going to be that good? I mean, it's, it's kind of a gimmick, but it was good.
Yeah. Is it a busy place?
It wasn't too bad the day that we went. It was, it was during a weekday, but it's definitely like a tourist destination. Like they preserved everything. They got a replica of the van. They got a bench with like different plaques of everybody in the franchise that has died so far, and it's a really cool place.
Does that food count as rotten?
Yes.
It looks rotten to me.
We're gonna go with rotten.
Oh yeah.
Looks good.
Well,
that's the same.
I like how you had to question if that was rotten.
Hey, come on. They just butchered it this afternoon.
Flies love fresh food.
They do. That's the same old lady from Friday the 13th reboot.
Is it?
Yeah, I think she's the one who's behind the screen door whenever Clay goes knocking and the dog pops up.
There's a Friday 13th restaurant too, I believe, around the same area where they filmed the first one.
Dope. That's not that far away from me. I always wanted to go to Crystal Lake.
Is it New Jersey?
Yeah.
The only thing I really have near me is like the Bill and Ted filming locations.
The Circle
Dope too.
Yeah. Circle K just closed down.
Oh,
about a year ago, and the day it closed down, they showed the movie. It was pretty cool. Like they had like they put a screen outside. It was awesome. It was like an event.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it closed down on 6/9. So it was June 6th or June 9th. It closed last year.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The tow truck drivers in Friday the 13th, too. You're right.
It's the same company, right? Platinum Dunes did both of them.
Yeah. Two of my favorite remakes there are. Oh, she doesn't care.
Maybe at this point you just throw her out and leave.
I told
That's
you.
the only thing that I hate about Jessica Biel's character is just like, are you fucking kidding me? Let's go.
We gotta do the right
Can't
thing.
leave her here. The fuck we can't.
Especially after that, I just leave her right there at the gas station. So, you know, you tried. Let's take this girl with us.
Yeah,
Let's take her home.
Do what they did in National Lampoon's Vacation. Just put her on a chair and then put the fucking blanket over her head.
On the top. Is her name Sally in this one?
Aaron.
Aaron, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, so they did change like their names too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Somnit says I'm probably in the minority, but I prefer the beginning over this one.
See, my issue with the beginning, I like it, but it's one of those horror prequels that just it annoys me with how on the nose it has to be with all of the ties to the other movie. Like it's like this is how he lost his teeth, and this is how he lost his legs, and it's all these insignificant details.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's my favorite character about the pop-up. Jedi. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. We're not going to drive out in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, are you guys a fan of Sally from the original, or do you find her to be super annoying?
I mean, I think that the character is right for what they're going for, just like this descent into madness type thing, paired with this like the stories of how they shot the last 5 minutes of the movie. But as a character, I don't think she offers much. Like as a final girl, there's nothing that stands out about her. That's why when like you have people that include best final girls of all time. I'm like, why?
I know.
She didn't do anything.
Can't tell you shit about her.
She's a one. Yeah.
It's like whenever they brought her back, even though I agree it was stupid what they did, they brought her back for the 2022 movie, and they're like, the disrespect. I'm like, what did they disrespect?
I actually like that they killed her right away, and that they like were like he had no idea who she was, and she was like living with that pain this whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Blue Addict says, how do you guys feel about this movie giving Leatherface a skin disease?
It didn't bother me.
Another lateral move. I mean, he had a fucked up face in the original too. They didn't really give a narrative reason for it, but
didn't you see his face? He has skin disease.
Because this was like around the time, like after this, they started like really explaining backstories, and that's when I started getting tired of. Because I used to like prequels, and I was like, oh, this is why.
Yeah,
I don't really like prequels anymore because they explain way too much, and it just kind of defeats things for me.
I'm with you. It's mostly in the horror the horror genre that they really rub me the wrong way, because it's just like you're taking away the mystery, you're taking away all these more interesting things that were in my head, and the answer you gave I don't like.
See, she makes the smart decision and goes look by herself. She ain't afraid. Somnate asks for Cody. I'm assuming Cody Leach. Do you still play TCM video game?
I haven't in quite a while.
Is it like the Friday 13th game where you like play with a bunch of people online, or?
Yes, but it's much better, because I didn't like that game at all. Where one person plays as Jason, everybody else plays as the counselors trying to escape him. This one, there's 3 family members versus 4 victims, and they all have like their own role. So Leatherface, you're obviously trying to mow people down, and the cook is like locking doors and can listen for people's footsteps. And
that's cool.
It was a much cooler, much better thought out version of that. And I'm not a multiplayer guy at all, but I was hooked on that game for like 2 months.
Is that with the the Clowns game is going to be. The
same thing, but I think the
Okay.
same as Texas Chainsaw, where it's got like all 3 clowns
Yeah.
versus, and you can like spin them up into cotton candy cocoons and stuff.
Nice.
I saw a behind the scenes thing too, where they kept trying to shoot that scene, and somehow they got the friendliest possum in the world. 'Cause they're notorious for being like mean as fuck. And every time they opened that, he was just chilling. Like, and they're like, "What the hell, man?" And then like, finally, they got him to freak out.
What do you do there? Seems clean.
It's not the same kid from the remake of Hills Have Eyes, is it? For some reason, when I picture both kids, it's the same kid.
I'm not sure.
Somebody in the chat said what he's from. Let me see if I can find it. Same kid from The Ring.
Oh, is it?
Ah, okay.
Jedediah. Yeah, hell yeah. You tell him. Getting drunk. Don't worry, Aaron's gonna keep you there.
Mm-hmm.
If the sheriff's off getting drunk, I was like, I don't want to deal with the sheriff.
We're done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Kemper's balls need to drop and be like, okay, either
Believe him,
let's go
bitch.
or you can fucking walk. Engagement be
Blu-ray.
damned.
Blu-ray says the kid was also in Drill Bit Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Never saw that one.
Me.
Oh, I like that movie. It was John Hughes' last movie. Produced one. Yeah. He wrote it under a different name.
Gotcha.
Is Owen Wilson in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember right, that was right around the time where like Owen Wilson attempted suicide, and then it was kind of strange to see him in comedies because there was just such a darkness kind of around him.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I love Owen Wilson.
Yeah, actually, whenever I bring that up, no one's ever heard of that he tried to
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I remember it pretty distinctly because he was like hitting it for a while. I mean, it was just like every big comedy was him, and then that happened, and then he just kind of wasn't in anything for a while, and that came out like in the middle of all that, I think.
Cam Demand said, "Could this be the definitive Leatherface?"
I mean, for me, he is. For me, he's the scariest. I mean, because he's just as demented as the more, the less large versions of Leatherface, but his size does not take down his speed. I mean, he's like a 260-pound dude hauling ass with a big ass lumberjack chainsaw, and it's like, okay,
I'm in a wheelchair.
Is it the same Leatherface in this one and Beginnings?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm surprised that guy lived from them. Obviously, they don't got health care.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking salted that shit up. Like clean house. Yeah. ain't looking for. Don't shoot. I don't think it is, but it got similar vibes to the house from Texas Chainsaw 3D. To be honest, it's not the same one, but it looks similar.
Yeah, that house is in a very cool location because it's literally just off the a main road. You could see it in the distance, and then you go off in this little dirt road, and it's just basically that house. And where you stop in front of the gate, there's this old ass windmill, and it just goes all fucking day long. And they got it locked up like a prison because I'm sure they get a ton of people that tried to probably approach the house.
Is it empty or is there somebody living there?
Somebody's living there.
Oh,
I'm sure it's not in this condition,
Yeah.
inside. Well, I would hope not.
oh shit! I better write down. I got the fucking grandpa, got the sheriff. I got 3 family members. Jedediah too, even though he's fucking little, still counts. Spit that chew out. Oh yeah. Is he the scariest person in the whole franchise?
To me, he is.
Probably, yeah.
Just that mental warfare that he plays on them the whole movie.
Dude, the scene where he hits the guy with the bottle in the teeth, that lives rent free in my head. I think about it all the time.
I just love how twisted his humor is, and Arlie just nails it.
Tabata said this movie was one of the craziest theatrical experiences of my life.
Same.
Damn, didn't have one.
Nothing crazy happened in mine. It's just people were getting kicked out.
I don't know why I didn't go see this, but I went to see Jason X. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
When I was a kid, I wanted to see Jason X really bad in theaters, but I didn't.
I was there. I don't know why.
I like Jason X. It's fun.
I do too. It's self-aware.
Yeah.
Jason's the only character that can actually like go to space and have fun with it.
Blu-ray says, would you guys rather have Platinum Dunes movies or Blumhouse movies?
That's tough, man, because I like a lot of Platinum Dunes movies, especially the ones that people don't like. Blumhouse has no quality control whatsoever, seemingly, but they've got some pretty damn good movies. It's easy to forget because of how much shit they've made, but
Platinum Dunes has bigger budgets. They have bigger budgets
to
work with. Are they still around, or are they just still doing all like?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. It kind of felt like they did their little 10-year run there, and then after Nightmare on Elm Street, they were like, and we're out.
We're done.
I wasn't sure if like they did the Ninja Turtle movies too and whatnot with
Oh, they might have. That's a good point.
Jason Bay. Michael Bay. Why do I say Jason Bay every fucking time? He's a baseball player. Grandpa about to squeeze some ass. Let me get a piece of that. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, man. Sexual assault.
Yep. Took a shot. Before
pigs.
you get killed.
Grab some ass. Vanderhoff, any Leprechaun 4 and Space fans?
Hell no.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
So I'm a huge fan of the Leprechaun series, and it's hard for me to get through Leprechaun in Space.
Yeah, it's rough. They try their best to have fun with it, but it's just man. I love the old school effect where like they try to make him go from small to gigantic.
Yeah.
Just horrible resolution. All they did was zoom the picture.
Then they got the guy that looked like Stallone. I don't know if you guys remember, but the guy, he's even like has the mannerisms and stuff.
Yeah, and they lightsabers and shit.
Here it comes. That mask is so badass.
Oh yeah. You know, there's plenty of classic horror movies that have pulled this move, but it was genuinely shocking that they took that guy out first because they really framed him up to be like
Yeah.
the main dude.
Grandpa knows the deal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if he just would have stayed outside, he might have been all right.
Yeah.
It's getting her wrapped up.
Yeah.
Putting away the leftovers. Pretty little thing.
It's like, how can you tell her? You're looking at her from behind and her head's blown off. Her face is blown off.
She ain't gonna bite you. Oh God. Caught me a little.
It's just details like that. He starts off so sick, and then he just gets so sinister throughout the movie, and that's what I love about it. And that blonde guy too was not really fucking with him, but like all throughout the production, he kept like spitting out Full Metal Jacket lines to Arlie Ermy trying to bait him. And if you watch it on the original DVD, like the little documentary of how they made the movie, there's a spot where he finally gives in and starts rattling off lines, and they're like, "Yeah!" Like they love it.
That's awesome.
I don't know. Really? Blu-ray says the old guy with no legs was in Terminator 2 as the tanker truck driver.
Oh, really?
I just saw that in theaters for the first time last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You four eyes. It's a hater.
Facci, you said you didn't mind Genesis, right?
I like Genesis, and then I just watched Dark Fate the other day for the first time. I freaking dug the hell out of it.
Yeah, so did I.
Haters be damned. I love Dark Fate.
I don't know what. There's nothing. It's good. There's nothing. I don't know what they're hating on. It was good. I mean,
most people that hate it didn't even watch it. It was one of those movies where the plot leaked and everybody judged it before they watched a single frame of it.
It was good. Genesis was trash. I hate Dark Fate. I guess
right on time.
I thought Genesis was pretty fun.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't hate any of them. Like none of them touch the first two. They're all just kind of like fun fan fiction. But Dark Fate to me was the closest to actually like following up the first two movies with a meaningful story.
Same here. I thought Dark Fate was a good number 3.
Yeah.
They want to be honest. Do you hate or like T3 Rise of the Machines? I've only seen it once. I didn't like it when I saw it, but I need to rewatch it to be sure.
I like it. I think I'm just a Terminator mark.
Yeah.
I'm on a Terminator kick.
We had a new theater open up here, and the first movie they showed was Terminator 3, and I had tickets for it. So it was like one of those cool memories I had as a kid. It was like this big Cine Capri. It's like the biggest screen in my state. So it was like a cool experience. So we got to see it like a week before it came out.
Nice. Oh, there's a fucking redheaded guy, lady.
Yeah. I forget who that guy is. I don't know if he's like an effects artist or something, but he's somebody in the industry, and that was kind of like his little cameo.
See, so right now, if Kemper didn't get killed, they could just get back to the fucking van and then leave because
I ain't cleaning shit.
you got the Clorox, honey.
Leave it up to the fucking hitchhiker they just met to be like, let's clean it.
Clean that shit, bitch.
I feel like she's the only one that could be like, well, peace out, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Dice Roland says, since this is Texas in the middle of summer, where the fuck is all the basement water coming from? They left the tub running upstairs and it's just running down the floor. He got that Longhorn belt buckle. He ain't playing games.
I wonder if they ever tried to get anything going with another Texas Chainsaw Massacre with her or not.
I don't know. They've always said they kind of fucked themselves by taking his arm off.
Yeah.
When they was so successful, the only route they could go was backwards.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily buy into that. I think you could still have a Leatherface. It's
arm.
pretty. I mean, you can't rev his chainsaw, obviously, but I mean, you can have it. I don't think people would care that much. I mean, how many kills in this franchise are genuinely the chainsaw anyway?
I know. It's unfortunate. Going off of signature kills, 2022 is going to have a shit ton of points for it.
Yeah. That's the one of the. I mean, I like that movie for what it is, but that's the only one that like truly gives you a chainsaw massacre.
Yeah. See, it fits the typical practical Joker. There's always one.
I feel like it's like the wrong time. Like
It is the wrong time.
it's the wrong time, and it's like this guy was like the whole time was like not the right person to be doing this.
Yeah, I think Blu-ray. I think there's a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre supposedly coming out.
Yeah. I think they've got like a contract or whatever, or at least plans for like 3 of them at Netflix.
Oh.
All based off.
It was successful, and regardless of reviews and ratings, it was successful. So they got no reason not to.
Yeah.
Is it just picking up after 2022, or is it going to be something totally different? Yeah,
I believe so.
Go to get my boy.
I did see they want to kind of bring the family back though.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We just met you. I don't know. You might have to get physical and just beat her up. That's my boy.
Loyalty is such a bitch.
Should have fucking left.
See, the person who loses his teeth should have said that line.
Yeah.
Oh, now this makes Leatherface feel bad. I'm telling you.
Dontra, you can't play the movie or even the audio or you'll get copyright struck. It'll take the stream down. Doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
I tried once. I had a Strangers Pray at Night on. It lasted 10 minutes. I was like, this is going to go. They're not going to catch it. And then they got shut off. And I was in that. Ass shot. Boom. 50 points.
Give it 100.
Dude, in my mind, growing up, that ass shot was in every single Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Then when you're watching it, it's not.
That's why I put it as a category.
Yeah.
It's not in any of them. There was only boobs in one of them. And that was the last one. The Next Generation.
There's one. There are some in Leatherface.
Yeah.
I've only seen that one once, so I don't remember that one. I'll let Sledgehammer Horror entertain the people with that one because I'm not really a fan. Hey, these people are only getting killed because they're trespassers. Just saying. Oh, look, more rotten meat.
They're even really reserved about the cannibalism thing in this. Like, they don't directly state it, but like that literally looks like arms and legs.
Mm-hmm.
Pants.
I wouldn't be touching any of that shit.
And I guarantee I'd be throwing up.
Mm-hmm.
Bad smells get to me.
Let's look in the fridge. Maybe my friend's in there.
I know.
They folded them up. Oh, fuck, the whole thing folded over.
Nothing about this kitchen would make me want to open that fridge.
Boy.
I'm hearing some audio from the movie.
Might have been me.
Yeah,
don't want to get you taken out.
Yeah, I have headphones in.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, my buddy, he puts the movie on the screen, but it's so far away that it can't pick it up what it is, and it never gets taken down yet. He's lucky.
I wouldn't play with that because once they catch you once, then you got all this backlog of stuff that you get stuck by, and then you're done.
Fucking, he should have threw the fucking thing at the guy in a wheelchair. Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
That's a big dude.
Yeah.
You're ruining my floor, damn it. And the fucking front door. Disrespectful.
Ooh.
Love a good sheet scene.
Remember this shit being intense in the theaters. It was like, oh, get out of the sheets. What are you doing?
Yeah, man. There's something about a good sheet scene.
Looks good.
Dang.
Hey, where's her loyalty on this one?
I know.
That ain't my boyfriend. I don't give a shit about him.
Yeah, she pieced out.
She got that track speed.
I love the natural light in the scenes where they're running through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Ow. No.
Ooh.
Not the fingernails.
Yeah, that bothers me.
Still cleaning the fucking van.
It's gonna be cleaning that for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Were most of these most of Texas Chainsaws filmed in Texas?
I'm not sure.
Except for the new one, I think. Leatherface was 2017, was shot in Bulgaria.
Yeah, that one. I remember that one being shot
cheap
in a foreign country. Yeah. The other ones, I'm not sure. It wouldn't surprise me.
What is this?
But when you show the worst parts of Texas, it's not too hard to find other places that look.
It looked just like
Yeah.
That's not ours. Ah, man. Bullshit. See? You should have left. Good shot.
Yeah.
Oh God. He already got diseases now anyway, so he might as well die. Ugh. It feels good. His back was out of alignment anyway. He's in good shape.
Doesn't that actually help him? Like it helps him stop from bleeding?
Yeah, I think
Result?
that's what
Yeah.
he's trying to
Yeah.
preserve him for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know exactly why, aside from the fact that it's just fucked up.
I think I remember seeing this, like, oh, he's trying to help him.
Oh, yeah.
I accidentally cut your
Sorry
leg
to
off.
do that to your
Sorry.
leg. Let me fix it.
I'm sorry.
Stitches
Tying it up
back
like a
on.
damn ham. I wonder why. I mean, it makes sense why the hitchhiker's from a different state than the rest of them, but I wonder why it's making them all from such different parts of the country. Like,
Mhm.
they're a group of friends. Like, are they at college or something? Like,
Yeah.
Oh God. He's like Corey Cunningham before Corey Cunningham.
yeah.
At least he's a good seamstress.
I can't remember. Is he like a legit cop, or is he just like dressed up as one?
No, and in the beginning, they show him kill the actual sheriff and
Oh,
just
okay.
take his shit.
He's missing Michael Jackson.
His nose.
Didn't you see his face? Blue Radic says, did you guys see David Cronenberg's daughter has a movie coming out this April?
Jesus. Does his whole family make movies?
That angle don't add up.
I can still hear it on your screen there, Facci.
Is it? It's so low. It's like 12.
It shouldn't be bad enough to be picked up, but
Yeah, I hate whenever I hear other people, so thanks for telling me. She shot herself. What would you do? Would you put the gun in your mouth?
Fuck no, I shot his bitch ass. Or I mean, the way that plays out, don't shoot his bitch. I mean,
Not
he
shoot
shows
him.
you can see there's no bullets, but when you're not thinking straight,
Mhm.
fucking liar. There you go.
Something else from the behind the scenes is that originally the actor, I forget his name, but he thought it would be a good idea to like vomit out of fear, like as he pulls the gun off. And so there's shots where he physically like gags himself with the gun until he spews. And they didn't end up using it. He did it like 3 or 4 times and they didn't use it.
You see it hanging from his mouth.
Yeah.
You're right, Dice. Bullets or no bullets, we know where the gun has been. Yeah, we do. Inside of another human.
Mm-hmm.
They should have jumped them all at the same time. You just killed the sheriff.
That's where you go.
I know. You killed the sheriff. I had to blow you. Yeah, you're not wrong, Dontra. They still think he's a cop. I know. Do your thing, cuz. I know. That's one of my favorite lines anyway, so back off.
Is there fog in the air like that in Texas?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't live there, so I can't speak to it, but I'm pretty sure that was maybe just that night or they had some fog going.
This water's still fucking leaking. They better fix these pipes. It's ridiculous.
That water bill.
That's their fucking storm shelter from tornadoes, and that's what it looks like. He was so close. Skinnerd. You can have him. Ben says no such thing as fog in Texas.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It looks cool though.
It does. Skin. Crack me up. You can have. Oh my fuck.
Woo.
I feel good. Right in the fucking face. That's what my dad looks like when he takes his teeth out. See? Now we're ditching Morgan. What the she's a hater. I don't know what the light being steady had to do with breaking off the knife in the ignition, but that's just me. Juvie. That shot's so cool. They show it 3 to 4 times.
Yep.
Drive through the laundry.
Blu-ray says, since everything seems to be getting made into a TV series these days, would you guys like to see a TCM TV series?
Absolutely not.
Quick answer on that one.
I'd rather see movies.
To me, it only makes sense to do a TV series if there's like a lot of story that you can expand on. They've bled every single direction you could possibly take this franchise through the movies by now. I mean, they literally reboot themselves each installment.
Yeah.
And so
How do you learn that in juvie? Like,
they
give you cards.
Like it's like high school. They got the fucking the auto shop in the back.
Yep. Damn. Athletic too. He's big and he got to the top of that van, no problem. Johnny, you're not wrong. They haven't explored the weird ass cult from Next Generation. There you go. There's your TV show.
I highly doubt they'd go back to that.
Come on, the Illuminati guy with the nipple piercing things in his chest. It's fucking amazing. Don't kill Pepper. She's nice. There. Finally a signature kill. Good job, Leatherface. Fucking weird mask.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked up. He has good stamina for a big guy.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's intimidating, but I don't slow his ass down.
It's like working on his cardio in the morning.
Let me see. All right. I'm going to end the poll for Leatherface. Let's see what we got. We got 62% gave it 15 points, the best. 10 points got 34%. And 3% said it was the worst. So 15 points for best Leatherface.
3% of you can suck it.
Holy shit. You heard it.
I think these two ladies are creepy. Like like some of the creepiest in the franchise.
Yeah.
Like lady, oh my. It's like
My. He knows better than to come around here.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies too where it drives me nuts how much the protagonist keeps stopping. Like they get like 100 feet away from the killer and they stop. And it's like, we're safe.
All right. Now I'm going to put the other one in for Final Girl. I don't want any tea, bitch. It's around here. At least they have a normal house that's not dirty and gross.
Shit.
Skin disease. You're right, Ben. He says that's accurate. Every Texas house will have an elder woman who gives you tea.
That old busted ass black and white TV.
Potatoes in the refrigerator. Nice. Before it gets cold. I saw this in the chat earlier. Do you think this movie gives a good 70s vibe?
It does a pretty decent job. It's hard to completely give the vibe of 70s and the 80s without going over the top. They definitely have kind of a modern vibe about them as characters, but
Yeah.
aesthetically, I think they do a decent enough job. I think maybe their clothes could have been a little bit more 70s-ish. If we were going to nitpick it, but
You said you didn't have the phone. I wonder how they're paying their bills.
I like how the walls are just wallpapered in news articles.
That's fucking terrible.
That tea hit her fast.
I was gonna say that must. So instead of having incest, they just kind of just steal people's kids, and that's how they keep going and having more family members.
Yeah, that's how you get people that look like Viggo Mortensen.
That lady's so big. What a dick. See, they're being nice. He wants to invite her for dinner.
Eat her friends.
I was gonna say they're gonna eat her friend. That's Kemper. It's tasty. Grandma. Blu-ray, what's your guy's favorite kill in this movie?
I like the hitchhiker.
Yeah. There's not too many to choose from.
Yeah, it's not like I said, it's reserved, so there's not like a standout oh shit moment with the kills. I mean, the one where they put shit, I forget the character's name, but the guy that just got busted in the mouth when they hangs him on the chandelier.
Okay, yeah,
that's a pretty good one.
Shows you how good a movie is when you're not really thinking about the kills, you know.
Exactly.
Right down the steps. Jeez.
Why the fuck is everything wet?
It's like a foot of water.
I don't know. You like, where is that water going?
They better get a sump pump. Got some fingers. He's still hanging on, so good for him.
Tice says the foundation of this house is fucked.
At least he can play the piano. I don't know. Do you think he would still be alive?
It's hard to say.
He's been hanging for a while.
I guess it depends on how it's in there and how much blood he's losing.
That's probably why. That's why Leatherface freaking fixed his wound up, probably so he could suffer some more. I mean, even if she could get him down,
Yeah,
what's that gonna do?
I know you couldn't escape him with two
No.
legs.
Now we got to look around for a knife. Don't do it. Would you stab your friend?
I don't know. You were second, but like 5 hours later, he wakes up. He's like, "Oh no,
I'm still not dead." Fuck.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I mean, there's something to be said about putting somebody out of their misery, but you're like, and she cuts him so low.
It's not even a good spot.
It's like, that's my stomach, bitch.
And he died instantly.
Mm-hmm.
He
Just
told you
plenty
to
of
do it.
water.
I know, to wash off.
Yeah, just wash your hands off in the nasty ass water. You'll be all right. And it's not even like standing water. You can still see it moving the entire time.
Mm-hmm. The hell are they doing to his back?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I don't remember him getting stabbed in the back. Don't worry, the creepy kid's down here. Follow him.
Yeah, I'd definitely be having trust issues. I don't know if I'd be following
Yeah.
another townie around.
The kid's nice.
I mean, so
Like,
those
this is a
two-
trap. I'm going to make sure you die first, you little bastard.
Put him in the front.
Apparently, for all the chainsaws they used in the movie, they took off the bladed saw or the bladed chains and they used bike chains.
Oh yeah.
Ah. Damn. Looks like Jason built the underneath of this house.
Remake Jason.
Yeah, he got his tunnels down there. It's kind of similar to the one scene in the reboot in Friday the 13th, actually. Fucking kid bites him. Fifth time. I should have fucking put house shots in this fucking list. This movie would have won.
What's up, Garrett? So Garrett's in the chat.
Garrett, what's up, man? Yeah, I think you're right, Cody. If the best kill, I would say is probably this one.
Supposed to be a lot gorier too. I don't know if it's a deleted scene or if it's just part of the special features, but they had like a bunch of guts and everything coming out as he was getting cut at first. I think it's better with the suggestion. You're just like, especially as a guy, right where he gets cut, you're like, oh no. Oh.
Shit. That's a kill where they wanted to be gory, but they wanted to kind of treat it kind of like the original did and not show too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like Franklin getting fucking hacked up in the wheelchair. They didn't show shit.
Yeah, there's almost no blood in that original film, and it's crazy because it's like kind of known for being like one of the goriest movies ever.
Yeah.
Not at all. Let's look at your logic here. You're hiding behind wood.
He has a chainsaw.
I don't think
No
he
way
thinks
that's
that
getting
you
through.
got away.
Oh, fuck. Nice little rat. That looked a little bit like Black Christmas with the eyeball looking through.
Oh, the movie was originally NC-17, but they had to do a few cuts.
Really?
Makes sense.
She should have picked up a rat and threw it out there. It's so quiet too. No music. Oh shit! Psh.
It's a cool shot with the light coming through all the little holes.
Mm-hmm. It's like the corn video.
Yeah.
Freak on a leash.
Obviously, since Platinum Dunes did both of them, there's so many similarities between this and Friday for real.
Well, same director too.
Jason did that same thing.
Mm.
No, you should have kicked him in the knees or the balls if he has any.
You just picked up the damn chainsaw.
Luckily, you
stand there and watch.
you
just imagine being more like, what the fuck? You're just standing there.
And he got his dick cut, but with the chainsaw, so signature. Here we go, running again. She got, man.
I'd be rolling my ankle on some kind of rock.
I'm telling you, step in a fucking hole.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking barbed wire fence. See, that's what happens. Cut it just like the original, just a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get hit with a fucking wrench by a big truck driver. See? That's what they should have did with the hitchhiker in the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. So obviously,
project.
Yeah, like who runs the factory? Leatherface and his family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I guess that's how they have money.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't really look like they need much money to do what they're doing or live where they're
Hey,
living.
They live pretty frugal.
They got a nice life. They have tea.
Dusting, fuck it.
Damn, he's a fast son of a bitch.
The only thing they need to pay is that water bill.
Yep. We think we have a leak somewhere. You gonna fix that? So many fucking hooks. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. In the beginning, they killed the manager or whatever.
I have to rewatch the beginning. It's been a while.
Yeah, me too. I haven't watched most of these since I reviewed this series. I think that was like 2017.
Oh, wow.
Whenever Leatherface came out, whatever year that was.
Yeah. Yep. The beginning is next week.
Who do you have on that one?
That is Brett from Good Reel and Nick for Lost River Driving.
Nice.
It
That's a good hiding spot.
was hard for her to do this too because she's a vegetarian.
Oh,
They're like, stand on that corpse.
I take it's real then, real meat.
Yeah.
Not props. Then.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the beginning, he works there, doesn't he? Leatherface?
Yeah.
He works there. He's a hell of a worker.
gigantic dude, and this little fucking wormy manager comes up talking shit. It's like, are you out of your mind?
You know
It had
what?
to be hard for her to shoot this movie because she's wet throughout the entire second half, like soaking wet.
The water's just flowing in this movie, you know,
Telling you.
from the basement. Now it's that's why he did it. It's fucking.
Maybe it felt good in that Texas weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
A lot of hiding in this movie.
Yeah, Aaron Click says they probably do. They probably take money from victims and wallets and purses and stuff like that.
Well, they got to pay somebody because they got the electricity on at this place, paying for the freezers.
That's the movie we need to see, is them paying their bills and doing normal stuff.
Yeah, exciting.
Like them going to
the Texas overdraft fees.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. We overdrew again. Ooh. Blu-ray Addict says, fun fact, Kirsten Dunst, Katie Holmes, and Jessica Alba were considered to play the role of Aaron.
Shopping at Costco.
Yeah. Yeah, he was too lazy to open up every single one. Fuck it. He's a big fucking dude.
All these killers in the masks, man, they can see really well.
Yeah.
I feel like someone would run past me, I wouldn't see him.
Look at her. That's a sharp fucking cleaver. Yeah, he doesn't even move. He's fucking. Like he's just spinning around in a circle with his arm on it. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, for them not to do a sequel just because he lost his arm, that's pretty crazy to think about. Because they bring back anybody.
Yeah.
If it makes enough money.
Let me see. Wow.
But then again, I guess it wouldn't make sense to have another Jessica Biel movie because it's not like she's gonna come back. It's not like he's gonna go find her.
True. Damn. Rotten Tomatoes 37%. Audience 58. I disagree. What did it make at the box office?
It was very successful. I mean, this was the first of that remake craze in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm. Only had a $9.5 million budget, so
yeah,
that's pretty good. Let me see.
I think they did this, and then not too long after that was the Amityville Horror one, and then it was just off of the races.
107.4 million.
Roger Ebert gave this 0 stars. He's pretty notorious for not liking horror, though.
Yeah,
like you listen to some of those guys' old reviews, even on classics, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like people say that YouTube critics and critics of today are harsh, and it's like, do you remember what they were like?
I know.
Fucking calling them
hated everything,
barf bag movies and like porno and all this crazy stuff. It's like, dude.
That's funny because I remember having a clipping out of the newspaper for Jason X, and it was a bad review, and my grandma told me not to listen to it. My grandma's like, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's how it was when I was a kid. It was the newspaper, and it would have like the posters and like a cool quote, and
half star,
like, whatever the actual in-house newspaper's critic was. And if it was favorable of a movie I was interested in, it was like, yeah, this guy's knows what he's talking about. And if they gave a shit review for something I was excited, it's like, what a hack.
Yeah.
Kangaroo Jack's going to be amazing. I don't care what you say.
Kangaroo Jack.
I saw that in theaters too.
I did too.
Blu-ray says Roger Ebert liked The Devil's Rejects but hated The Thing.
Yeah.
The Thing is classic.
You like The Devil's Rejects?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I like The Devil's Rejects. It's about the only Rob Zombie movie I really like.
I don't really see Roger Ebert liking it.
No.
Would you have wanted to see Rob Zombie's take on Texas Chainsaw? Everybody always says he should have remade this instead of Halloween.
I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty trashy. So
yeah, it fits his style a lot more, but I don't know if it's so on the nose where it's just like he basically made Texas Chainsaw with House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah. Give me my raincoat. Could see him do that, or Hills Have Eyes. Maybe would be a good one for him. See, Aaron goes back for everybody. Even the baby, she don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Puts her in the car with no car seat. Terrible parent. Disrespectful.
The beginning, I remember that freaked me out at the end when like you think she gets away and she gets the chainsaw in the back.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I remember jumping in theaters. I was like, oh shit.
We got a kidnapper. Call the police, the real police.
I like how they fake you out here and making you think she's in the truck. She's in his car.
That was a good move.
Yeah, this movie is like really smart. I like this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was in the truck.
I did too.
Get a good view. Who? Unlike other movies, at least she went back to finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
A couple times.
Basically, because didn't Suge Knight do this to somebody in like a drive-through? I don't know if you guys know who Suge Knight is. He was like a rap mogul back in the day. Yeah. And that's why he's in prison.
Oh my gosh. He's dead, Aaron. Jeez.
Dude, I'd be doing the same shit though.
He fucking sits up. What the fuck?
Remember in the theaters when it shows her, I thought she was backing up again. I was like, come on now. It's enough.
Yeah, they probably definitely wanted to do more with that sheriff for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, baby. It looks like she's not really even there. Ooh.
You still got the chainsaw revved up somehow. Still do some damage.
Puts the nub down.
Yeah. Just give him one of those like Ash Williams little hooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be like a Child's Play 2 moment where he's like sticking his arm in it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did the sheriff die? Yes.
Yeah, he's over.
Yeah, he's dead. He gone.
The guy hanging there is still alive, though. The guy in the basement, he's still there.
That'd be a funny post-credit scene. See him wake up.
Son of a bitch. It's creepy as fuck. I guess I gotta include those in the kills.
Yeah.
Didn't think about those two guys. So what happened to the other people? I guess they went to jail.
Hmm.
Like the grandma and the grandpa. So they went to jail. Then?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
They never.
I mean, they all kind of lived off site from what I could tell. So maybe.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me end the last pull for Final Girl.
Do you know if Toby Hooper liked this movie?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Let me see. And Final Girl, where the hell did you go? Got 55% of the votes, gave it 15 points, 40%, 10,
Wow.
and 3% worst again. So
That surprises me. I figured it would have been in the middle pretty overwhelmingly.
15 points for that.
I like her as a character. I think she's acted well. Obviously, she looks great.
Yeah.
There's bits that she has as far as a character arc with, going back for the kid and finally like taking everybody out at the end. That's really cool. I just can't stand the fact that she keeps stopping and she basically gets everybody killed through her stupidity. So that always knocks her back a bit for me.
She killed them all. It's all her fault. Should have just left.
Did you guys ever watch the alternate ending or what the original ending was supposed to be to this? Where it shows instead of the actual footage bookend, it shows them sitting down to talk with her as like an older woman, and she's in like a nut house, and so she's like retelling the events, and then at the end, after where it cuts to where the footage would have been, they say something like, "So why do you think that they didn't catch it?" Because I guess they found like a body that's supposed to be Leatherface, and that's what drew them to her. And she said, "How do you know this isn't actually the guy?" And she goes, "Oh, because I took off one of his arms." And they're like, "What did you say?" And then it shows them like SWAT coming into a room where Leatherface is, and he's just like dead in a chair. So I'm glad they changed it.
Really?
That would have been a little bit lame.
Yeah. Well, that and like you said, you were in school and people were like, "Oh, did you see the real footage?" I'm sure that the real footage stuff they played on that.
Gina says one of the best horror remakes in my opinion. You are not wrong.
I agree. It's always been one of my favorites. I don't really get the hate. I understand, like, if you grew up with the original, it doesn't capture what the original captures. That's fine. But I don't think that makes this a bad movie. And that's too often the argument. It's like, it sucks because it's not this. It's like, well, it's great at being what it's trying to be.
Still good.
Yeah.
A lot better than a lot of the other sequels or movies in this franchise.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Doesn't really take that much. No offense. If you like Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, that's cool. Nothing against you, but they're not the best. Let's see. Let's tally these points up. I think that this one's obviously going to be in first place after this, but let's see. I got 5 regular kills, 5 points apiece, 25. 2 signature kills with the chainsaw, 10 points, so another 20. We got the ass shot plus another. Even though Cody said it should be 100, it's still going to be 50.
Bonus
points. This ass was better than the first one we saw in the first movie, but that's beside the point. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6? 6 weird family members, maybe. I think we're gonna go with it. 6 times 5, 30 points more. What else we got? We got 15 for Final Girl. We got 15 for Leatherface. And Roadkill, it probably was a shit ton more, but I counted 3 times. So 15 points for that. Grand total of 170 points. So, like I figured, it's now in first place.
That's beating the original?
Yep, it's beating the original. Let me see. By where the hell is it at? Beating the original by 40. So, yeah. But unfortunately,
do you think anything's going to beat it?
Yes.
Yeah.
2022. There's like a bajillion kills in that movie.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you'll have to, before you even do the watch along, you'll have to like frame by frame to tally up who dies.
That one's going to be find a kill count because I'm not going to be able to keep track of how many people was in that bus.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, I don't think it's going to get that great of scores. Final Girl is going to be low. Leatherface probably going to be low, which I don't mind Leatherface in that one, but I don't think he's like a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no family members in that one. I don't think.
No,
no.
And even the old lady
the caretaker, but she doesn't count.
Yeah.
You can count her, I guess, if you need points.
She gets a whopping 5. Good for her. Yeah, so this one's definitely in first place. Next, I don't remember the beginning too well, so I'm not even sure how many points that one's gonna get. It's been a while, but looking forward to watching that one for sure. What would you guys? I kind of think I might know, but what would you guys give this out of 5?
At least 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least 4.
4. Compared to the original, what would you give the original?
See, that's weird. That's always hard because the movies that I respect more than I actually enjoy are always weird to rate. Because like enjoyment wise, it's like 2.5, 3. But I wouldn't feel weird giving that movie such a low rating because it's so iconic and important. So I don't know, maybe somewhere between 3, 3.5. If you had to like put a gun in my head, probably. I mean, it's again, it's a movie. More points for its legacy than anything else.
Okay, I'm right. I'll be right there with you too. Probably 3.5. It's not. This one definitely more rewatchable compared to the original, but the original kind of wasn't going for that. I guess it was just kind of gross you out.
Yeah.
The fucking budget's what 100 times more.
They don't really know what the budget was, do they? For the
first one?
Funded.
Yeah, the mob fund. Yeah, they don't really know how much it made or
cigarettes.
anything like that. Yeah.
Let me see the chat. Gina gave it a 4. Ashton gave it a 4.5. Blu-ray gave it a 4.5. He gives the original a 5 out of 5. I respect it.
I mean, if we were giving this for remakes, it'd be a 5 out of 5 for me.
This one, when I did the remake tournament, this one made it to the final 4, but it didn't win, surprisingly.
What won the remake?
Friday the 13th. I know that's a hated opinion, but hey, it was based on category, so it wasn't just like, hey, I like this one more than this one. This one's going to win. It was all category based, and that one just happened to win.
It's because of Willa
surprisingly. Ford. I do love it. Yeah, Willa Ford. That's why it won. Willa Ford. it had one because it had a lot of boobies, and the longest sex scene in a horror movie history. That's probably why it won.
Yeah,
I like it. I know you like that one, Cody.
Oh yeah, I really like the remake. That's another one I don't understand the hate for. And every time I hear the arguments against it, I'm like, how does that not apply to the other 11 or however many there are?
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
you're not
I
wrong.
didn't like any of the characters, and there was a ton of sex, and
I know.
So
what are you going to Friday the 13th for? It was just so weird. I never wrapped my head
every
around
other
it.
one. Whatever.
Well,
Aaron Click.
That's why when they do like a new Friday the 13th, there's not gonna be any nudity. There's not gonna be any of they're gonna cut a lot of that stuff out. So I wonder how it's gonna go.
Yeah,
you think?
I think so.
And then they'll bitch about that. There's not enough
nudity.
There's no boobs.
Yeah.
Jason Blum's getting that shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't want everything.
I don't
under
care.
The Blumhouse umbrella. I've seen what they do with horror IP, and it's like, no, I want to see somebody else get a crack at those.
Yeah,
I'll be happy with anything. But I like the Halloween. I like the David Gordon Green trilogy. So I'm an opposite camp of most people.
I liked it too, but I probably wouldn't want to, a repeat of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably would be the same thing. Then the third one, Jason would be hanging out with somebody, and then they kill people as a team.
Hanging out with a camper.
He's just hanging
Gary,
out.
You want to be my friend? Sure.
Campground huts.
played by the Corey Cunningham actor.
Yeah. I can't even hate on it. I love Halloween Ends, but it is what it is. Yeah. That was a fun time, dudes. I appreciate both of you coming on and hanging out.
No problem.
Appreciate the chat. It was great. It was very, very bumping chat tonight. Appreciate all the interaction. Voting in the polls really helps get the points for these things. Next week, I'll be back next Tuesday with the beginning. So going to be counting points with Nick from the Lost River Drive-In and Brett from Good Real Hunting. Once again, Cody, appreciate you guys. I know you're both busy. Got a lot of stuff going on. Really do appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out. That's it. I'll be back next week. Actually, no, I'll be back tomorrow. Interviewing Davey Deathray. Want to show him some love. Get people to know who he is, what he does. So I'm going to interview him tomorrow. Come back, hopefully, and check it out. Other than that, have a good night. Don't lose your arm by a chainsaw attack. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.